Welcome to the Beyond Leadership podcast, where we host outstanding individuals and we discover new dimensions of leadership and their talents and recipes for success. Continuing with one of the important topics that we covered in the week's podcast, we discuss some of the potential options for individuals to pursue building an ethical career and how important is ethics in general in professional everyday life. Today's tip of the week is based on the article Building an Ethical Career, written by Kuchaki and Smith, published in 2020 in Harvard Business Review. The role of ethics in your career. When it comes to building an ethical career, good intentions are insufficient. Existing research emphasizes social and psychological processes and biases that hinder people from moral judgment, leading them to violate their own values and often to create contorted, post hoc justification for their behavior. So, how can you ensure that from day to day and in the long term you have the ability to do the right thing in your professional life? Researchers propose that people that have the desire to develop ethical careers should consider a three-stage approach. First step, prepare in advance for moral challenges. Preparing for ethical challenges is important because people are often aware of what they should do when thinking about the future, but tend to focus on what they want to do in the present. Counteracting this bias begins with understanding your personal strengths and weaknesses. Additionally, we are all shaped more by our environment than we realize. So it's also critical to choose a workplace that will allow, if not encourage, you to behave ethically. Research also shows that elements of a work environment can enhance or diminish self control, regardless of cultural norms like high uncertainty, excessive cognitive demands, long days and long nights, and consecutive stretch goals, and correlate with increased rates of unethical behavior. Tip number 2, make good decisions in the moment. Even if you've planned for an ethical career and established safeguards, it can be difficult to face moral challenges in the moment. Sometimes people overlook the implications of their decisions or they find fanciful ways of rationalizing immoral, self-interested behavior. Researchers suggest that there are 3 tests that can help you avoid self-deceptive rationalization. Test number 1, the publicity test. Would you be comfortable having this choice and your reasoning behind it published on the front page of the local newspaper? Test number 2, the generalizability test. Would you be comfortable having your decision serve as a precedent for all people facing a similar situation? Test number 3, the mirror test. Would you like the person you saw in the mirror after making this decision? Is that the person you truly want to be? Tip number 3, reflect on and learn from moral success and failures. Learning from experience is an iterative, lifelong pursuit. A lot of growth happens after decisions are made and actions taken. Ethical people are not perfect, but when they make mistakes, they review and reflect on them so that they can do better in the future. Do you believe that unethical behavior is related also to a specific cultural context? Do you consider ethics when thinking about your potential employer? This concludes this tip of the week. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on all podcast channels like Spotify, Apple, Google, Castbox, and also follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, where we are closely approaching 2,000 members, or should I say 2,000 Beyond Leaders. Till next time.